Jacob, your first England tour, you've been out here in, of course, playing in your home nation. You've also been with Dan Mouser, your great mate. I can't imagine there's been too many more special first tours.
No, it's been really good. It's a bit weird being so close to family and friends, but also playing cricket for England. But it's been great. Obviously, Mouse, been playing alongside him, which has been really good. It's something we've said we've wanted to do for a while now.
And Saturday at the Kensington Oval seemed to be the day that the whole island decided to come down and support you. What was that like as an experience, an emotion? How many people do you reckon were in the crowd?
It was a bit surreal, to be honest. I think there was, I don't know, touching on 150 people that came directly to see me in one kind of block of the stand. So they were causing some noise, which was to be expected, but no, it was surreal. And then to play a key part in the game was also unbelievable.
How did that impact the nerves? Because obviously you've played in front of thousands of people before, you've played on big TV matches, but to have 150 people who have come explicitly to see you, was the heart going a bit more?
Yeah, it was a different feeling, that's for sure. I mean, the capacity at Kensington is obviously not as big as some of the other grounds we play at, so you're used to playing in front of quite big crowds, but that's when people are just coming to watch the cricket. They don't really know what you're doing yourself, but to have 150 pairs of eyes on directly me was a bit nerve-wracking. I mean, once I had a catch in the field, which kind of settled me down. I was like, right, cool, we're off. Like, at least I've done something.
Perfect.
But then when I walked out the bat, I had a bit more kind of behind me to say, yeah, let's go out and score some runs.
Had you played at the Kensington Oval before? Was that your first game there?
I played one game, I think, as a trial game for Barbados under 15. I think I got like 10 or 12, and then I wasn't off to a great start in the 50 over.
Because I feel like I've heard Phil Salt talks about how special that 100 was for him being at the Kensington Oval. I think Joffre's first game there was across the World Cup. That might be wrong. And you could see for both of them how emotional and how special a moment that was. Was that something you shared as well?
Yeah, definitely. I think the ground's obviously cool, but it's just the location of how close it is to where kind of your roots are. And you always hear stories of the great West Indies team or the great games that have been played at Kensington. So to then go and do well at Kensington is obviously very special.
And how would you assess your last couple months? It's been such a fast rise for you. You seem to have just kind of taken to international cricket like no bother at all. I know it's not going to be for you to say there's been hype around you, but there's been people very excited to see you part of this team. How do you feel it's gone yourself?
Yeah, I think it's gone well. The 50 over stuff, obviously, getting the chance to bat up the order, would have liked to get a bigger score with the bat and kind of take us through to a bit more of a obviously it's a series win. But yeah, in the T20 stuff, I feel like I've gone well. Kind of not change the things to what I had been doing to get me picked. So yeah, I'll just look to continue doing that.
There seems to be a theme about you where good players think you're good, basically. And so I know Glenn Maxwell thinks a lot of you. You've had a relationship when he was at Warwickshire last year. He seemed to really celebrate when he got you out in the Aussie one-dayers, or I think it was the one-dayers over the summer. Like, can you talk a bit about that relationship, how much you two have worked together?
No, Maxie was great. He was a great addition for us at Warwickshire. Just the way he thinks of the game and stuff is different to what you come across in the county setup. Obviously for someone that's done as much as he has. But yeah, I don't really know what he was celebrating about. I think it was just, I told him, I don't know what I told him. I told him something, but he said if I get him out, he'll retire. So I think he getting me out, he was like, okay, your turn to retire. But no, it wasn't quite like that. I think it was just a bit of fun.
Perfect. And now you're obviously here for the white ball. You're going to be on to New Zealand very shortly. It's a very busy kind of time for you. How did the two call-ups feel different from the white ball to the red ball? Because it feels like with the white ball, you earn your spot basically through performances. You're kind of a proven quantity in white ball cricket. Whereas with red ball, at the moment, you don't necessarily have such a big background within that side of the game. And they've gone, we think we see something in this kid, let's pick him for this squad. Have you been told at all what your role for that tour is going to be? Are you expecting to play, or is it more of a learning experience?
I've not been told much, to be honest. I'm in the squad, and I don't know what the chances of me actually playing a game are, but I'll be looking to go out there and learn from the guys out there. If I do end up playing, then it'll be time to kind of prove that I can play red ball cricket. And yeah, if I don't, then it'd be a great learning opportunity.
And how did what was the emotions like when you got that test call up? Did it differ at all from the white ball call up?
A little bit. I mean, I've always wanted to play test cricket, so to get the call up for the squad was unbelievable. I was just and it was cool because I was in Barbados with my dad. Like, whereas before for the other stuff, I was just in England at home, like by myself. So I didn't have anyone around. But yeah, to have family around was pretty special.
And how's your dad been finding all this? From what I've heard, your dad and your granddad were both very, very good cricketers. What's it been like for them to share this moment with your dad, where he's like, his son's finally made it out and he's playing international cricket?
I think he's just struggling a bit with adjustment, to be honest. He's like, I don't really know what to do. It's kind of that point where my whole life I've always wanted to play international cricket, so it's at that point where I am now playing international cricket and just trying to take it all in. I think he's trying to take it all in. My mum's trying to convince him to fly all over the world, New Zealand, come to every game.
They've got to go to New Zealand. New Zealand's amazing.
He's like, no, I can't, got work. But yeah, I think he's super proud. And yeah, I think it's something he would have loved to do. So for me to do it, I think he's really happy.
And just finally, obviously your roots from Barbados, but we're in St Lucia at the moment. We've been in Antigua before. Have you had a chance to island hop before? Is this the first time in St Lucia?
I'd been to St Lucia when I was really young, like 5 or 6. I think my dad did a bit of work over here, construction on a hotel, and we got to come stay at it when it was done.
It's a good job.
No, it wasn't this one, I don't think. But yeah, when I was 5 or 6, came over here, but not since.
Perfect. Jacob, thank you very much.
Cheers.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.